First-person shooters unquestionably dominate today's gaming landscape. For a new franchise to succeed, it not only has to hit an extremely high bar in terms of production and playability, it has to differentiate itself from other similar games. With the near-future invasion of the United States by North Korea providing a grim backdrop, Homefront is willing to go up against these difficult odds. Backing up the game's seemingly improbable scenario is a story by John Milius, the screenwriter behind the similarly themed Red Dawn. A fictional timeline leading up to 2027 will inform the curious, but it's not so much about how the North Korean invasion happened as what will happen afterwards. Your character, an ex-military pilot, is recruited by a civilian resistance group, and a very different America serves as your battleground. Your enemies are all around you, and ammunition is scarce. You'll often need to pick up a new weapon from a fallen foe when you run low on ammo, but you'll notice that all the guns feel very lethal whether you're shooting from the hip or aiming down the barrel. More often than not, the enemy's superior numbers give them the upper hand as you make your way through tense, scripted scenarios. But there are moments where the balance changes. Early on, you'll find the Resistance has repurposed an unmanned combat vehicle that bursts onto the scene, gunning down enemy infantry and launching rockets at targets you designate through a portable viewfinder. As you take the necessary steps to accomplish your mission, you'll notice that your squad's outlook and behavior is different than your typical strict, rigid military unit. The potential for a unique tone seems like it might be able to add some flavor to the single-player campaign. Home may be where the war is, but the fight can be taken to new fronts online through several competitive multiplayer modes. Ground Control is Homefront's take on the classic King of the Hill match type, staging a 32-player war to occupy designated points on the map. As locations are secured and the opposition routed, the action moves to a different part of the battlefield, where the struggle for dominance begins anew. Other match types provide different goals to achieve but remain similarly massive in scope, taking place over large urban and rural areas, modeled on a theoretical, war-torn America. With sprawling environments, vehicles, and a customizable class loadout system, multiplayer shares a similar flavor to the large-scale scuffles pioneered by the Battlefield series. Homefront's twist adds the notion of battle points, spendable currency that swells with each tango you take down and each objective you complete. With the bucks you've banked, weapons, drones, and attack helicopters can be purchased on the fly right when you need them. It's a novel take on player perks that may add some strategy by offering spend or save decisions during a match. And it'll be interesting to see if placing an economic spin on war pays off in the long run. It's impossible to know the outcome of a war before it starts, but it's clear that this near-future freedom fighter is investing in a unique identity and ideas to set itself apart from other shooters. We'll find out whether Homefront can turn tragedy into triumph when the game ships in March 2011.